Greetings, viewers of Vivid Nightmares, where the boundaries between reality and horror blur. I am Valeria, and today I will share an experience that left a mark on me in the depths of my being, which occurred in a dry garden that was once an oasis of life and now lay as a silent witness of better times. The dry orchard stretched out in front of me like a desolate landscape, its twisted trees lying limp under an unrelenting sun that had dried every last drop of life from the parched soil. I decided to explore it one lonely afternoon, attracted by the curiosity to discover what secrets such a forgotten and desolate place could hide. As I walked through the withered trees, a sense of oppression enveloped me, as if the place itself were permeated with a heavy air and fraught with gloomy omens. The silence was deafening, broken only by the whisper of the wind through the dry branches that creaked like brittle bones. As I advanced, a strange uneasiness came over me, as if I were being watched by invisible eyes lurking from the shadows. The trees seemed to move slightly, as if writhing in agony, creating dancing shadows that played with my perception and fed my growing sense of paranoia. In the center of the orchard, I found a small patch of disturbed earth, as if someone had tried to plant something in that barren soil desperate for life. The earth was dry and cracked, but something prompted me to look closer, as if there was something hidden beneath its parched surface. That's when I noticed a partially buried metal object among the dry roots of a nearby tree. I dug with trembling hands, digging up what appeared to be an old diary. The pages were yellowed and wrinkled, but the words written in faded ink were still legible. The diary told stories of despair and madness, of a man who had lived in the garden when it was still blooming and bearing fruit. He spoke of shadows lurking in the night, of whispering voices that spurred him on to do terrible things. His words were a distant echo of his suffering, as if the place itself had absorbed his anguish and reflected it on every stained page of that forgotten diary. As I finished reading, a gust of icy wind shook the trees around me, like a sigh of relief from a liberated spirit. A feeling of unease came over me, and I decided to leave that cursed place before the darkness reached me completely. Since then, the words of the diary have continued to haunt me, reminding me that some buried secrets should never be unearthed. Thank you for listening to my story. Remember, in abandoned and forgotten places lie stories that prefer to remain hidden. Until next time. Goodbye. Greetings, viewers of Vivid Nightmares, where the boundaries between reality and horror blur. I am Valeria, and today I will share an experience that left a mark on me in the depths of my being, which occurred in a dry garden that was once an oasis of life and now lay as a silent witness of better times. The dry orchard stretched out in front of me like a desolate landscape, its twisted trees lying